Danny Vegas time, Danny Vegas world. We are live from Las Vegas, Nevada. Gene Woods Racing Experience right here. I say we're right off the strip.
Right off the strip.
Stone's throw, as my friend Quan Yun would say, and is one of the #1 tourist attractions in the world. Gene Woods Racing Experience. I say it every week. Don't buy a bottle of vodka for $10,000. Just come down here and spend $20. You'll have a lot more fun. And, of course, second week of the month.
Yes.
You know
Who
what
does
that
number
means?
2 work for?
Oh, my goodness. Nicole Taylor Sharp. # one lucky gal. # cornerstone. # Sharp Tank.
Sharp Tank. Hoo ha ha.
Is in the house. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Yeah, how's that month? I don't ask the girls that. Is it a fast month or is it a slow month? How is it?
For me. It feels like I was just here maybe a couple of weeks ago. Been traveling.
Oh yes. # all # lucky gals went everywhere.
We did.
And I was a lonely man in town.
We did.
You went to Libby, Montana.
I did. I took an RV trip up to Libby, Montana, to my hometown where I grew up. Hello, Libby. Shout out to any of my Libbyites that are watching.
I was shocked. Oh, I was shocked.
Why are you shocked?
Well, I'm like, okay, because we used to drive from San Diego to South Dakota every year for vacation. And I know that took about 2.5 days. And I said, okay, Libby, Montana is about as far north as you can get.
It takes you 2.5 days to drive San Diego?
From San Diego, it takes 2.5 days. Well, you got kids, so. Yeah. So I'm like, I asked you, how long are you going to be gone? You said, I'll be gone a week. I said, oh, okay, it's going to take you 2.5 days to get there, 2.5 days to get back. That means you're going to spend the weekend in Libby, Montana. I'm going to drive.
But see, that's the thing about when you get an RV.
Oh, okay.
The entire and shout out to Sahara RV. They were fantastic.
Sahara RV, you get a freebie, buddy.
Sahara RV, absolutely. You get an RV, and this was a first-time experience for me.
So
it was
it's
just
an experience.
It is because.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's like you're driving your living room, your bedroom, your kitchen, and wherever you stop, it's like, oh, do we want to stop here? Do we want to do the tourist thing? Stop at a park and play, make a meal?
That's true.
Yeah, the whole thing is just, it was great. Having my kids be cut off from internet for long sections of the road.
That's interesting.
It was like family game night that just lasted for days.
Well, that's true, because when we drove to South Dakota, I was in the back seat of a '68 Ford Falcon. So I guess I get it. Okay, so you went to Libby, Montana.
Jody went to the beach.
Jody went to the beach and hung out with her daughter, which we're going to talk about Jody in a second.
Yeah.
And then Ann Dean was up at the cabin.
She went to the cabin. That looked amazing.
Which is, I guess, I see these beautiful pictures of this beautiful meadow down on the view, but I never see a picture of the cabin. So, Ann Dean, you need to turn around and take a picture of the cabin so we can all see it. So that would be great. Yeah. And, of course, change your social media to where we can share your pictures.
Yes, public status, please.
Status.
We do. We work hard, us lucky gals, and the lucky daddy over here. We work really hard, but when it's time to shut down, unplug, at least temporarily, we do it right.
We got to talk a little about Jody. Now, Jody came on the show last week, and it was probably one of the most watched, shared. I even started I put my stuff on YouTube. Don't get a lot of responses on YouTube. Even on YouTube, it went crazy. But that's what happens when you come in and fight the D-Man. You end up in the hospital just 3 days later. So that's what you get.
You're begging for a second.
Oh, I'm begging for a round 2, I'm sure. So, but I guess Jody had some type of an infection.
She got cellulitis on her wrist, on her thumb, her wrist, and doesn't know how she got it. But it was a serious infection where she had to get checked into the hospital, IV antibiotics. But she's back home and doing well. Wow. So love to you, Miss Jody.
Yeah, love to you. Fire starter. In the room, in a hotel, in a hospital. I hate to be the nurse.
Yep.
Oh boy. Yep. So anyway, I'm glad she's getting better because # one lucky gal. Tamara Trainer had the same problem with. She caught that from a pedicure from a tool that was not sanitized. So 2 one lucky gals. I don't know. Maybe we're not so lucky.
Is it you? Do I need a little hazmat?
Maybe it's me.
Another hazmat situation?
Maybe I am. Hazmat, which is a great segue.
Thank you.
I don't know if you heard about the school that got shut down yesterday.
Johnson Junior High School.
It was Walter Johnson's middle school. Got shut down because some kids brought some mercury into the school. Now, mercury's the stuff that's in thermometers, and we used to break thermometers all the time.
Yeah, play with it.
Oh, look, man, this silver stuff floats on water.
Rolls around.
Anyway.
Super fun.
I don't know what type of mercury it was, but oh my God, before they were done, the Federal Environmental Protection Agency showed up. They were flying people in from California. And the only reason why I'm so interested in all this is because my kid goes to that school and we didn't pick her up till midnight last night. So
the news story said it was 4:45 a.m. that they released kids. So
well, that was probably
inaccurate?
the last kid. She got out at midnight.
That's
the way
crazy.
they do it, they
Did
had to
have,
test
did
every
they have
single
cots?
kid.
What were they doing with these kids?
They had to test every single kid. My kid walked out of there with no socks and no shoes, no backpack. She gets the day off, maybe even tomorrow.
What did they do with their shoes?
I have no idea. They'll get him back, I guess.
Huh.
I have no idea.
Yeah, right.
So everybody, and what's the interesting part? And we don't have a lot of time on this because I do want to shout out our events and shout outs.
Okay.
Is the parents had pitchforks last night. Now, I felt kind of guilty, Nicole Taylor Sharp, because I got off of work, went home, watched it on the news.
Because you and the missus are just chilling?
And the missus is just sitting there like, wow, that's kind of interesting. You know, they got all these cameras on this, and these parents with their pitchforks, give us information, give us information. And I'm like, golly, should I be down there? Am I not a good parent? Because I'm just waiting for the text from my kid to come pick her up. And when
so you were in contact with Baby Vegas then?
Oh, yeah. She says, okay, come pick me up. Just go up to the police guy. Just tell me. And when I got there, I just texted her. She came out. The police yelled her name. I said,
did you have your IV or your ID?
They didn't check IDs.
See, that's fascinating because I just had an open house at my middle school, Manu Middle School, for Baby Sharp Tank, Lainey, and the procedure is that if you ever had a lockdown like that, only the people that would be on the release information could pick them up, and you had to have an ID, otherwise you weren't getting your kid.
Well,
so
it
sounds like procedures really kind of.
It was old school. It really was. It was like I showed up. I mean, it was like the general admission at the Who concert. I come out. Hey, can I get through it? I was even making jokes. Hey, I got the last golden ticket. Let me through. So, and parents weren't laughing at my jokes. So I get to there and
they go, 5 hours.
I'm here for Monica, and I have been there for 3 minutes. Okay, most of them parents been there all day. All right, I get it there. I've been there for 3 minutes. That's my kid. The cop turned around and says, "Is that your dad?" And my daughter goes, "That's my dad." I go, "Okay." It was like 1970. It's kind of like, "Is that your dad?" "Yes." "Okay, get out of here." I mean, that was it. I was expecting, hey, here's my ID, here's the birth certificate, yeah, that's my kid, here's the blood test, DNA match.
That's the way they say it's supposed to go.
Well, it didn't go last night, because when you got parents, give us information, pitchforks are ready. Man, those cops were like, get this stuff out of here. So it was kind of crazy last night, but I felt a little guilty, because I just drove down there, found a parking place pretty close. They said it was 5 blocks of traffic jam. Walked there, 3 minutes later I had my kid, and I was home in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And some of them parents have been there all day.
Yeah, well, I would probably be one of those parents because it's my kid, give them to me. If everybody else is running around.
You know, like I said, hey, 150 years ago, those kids be in the coal mines, working in the coal mines so we can have some potato soup. These kids aren't made of butter.
Spoiled.
They're okay. So that was the big story about that. Nicole Taylor Sharp, we only have one. We
got this. We can do this.
We got this. October 26th, Mixpo 2.
Mixpo 2 with the lead team.
That's right. Big time, big time, big time. And there's other events for the lead team. Go to the lead team's Facebook page for that. November 17th, it's already out. Las Vegas Women's Cover Party at the Silverton. It's going to be shopping. It's going to be great. Oh, whoop, whoop, whoop. Las Vegas, we don't have time for them this time. Las Vegas Women's premiere, it's not even a premiere party anymore. It's a cover party. That's November 17th. Put it in your calendar now. September 20th, Dave Linden will be here today. Business titan Dave Linden of the world's largest mixer will be here today. That is September 20th. That is huge. If you are not there, you are losing money.
Absolutely.
There's just no doubt about it.
You got to be there for it.
This thing is so big. There are companies that the only thing they do marketing all year long is just this event. And when that happens, you know it's good. So that is what's going on. And do I have anything else? Do you have anything else?
No, let's stick to the
Danny Vegas
ones.
stuff. That's fine. So we're going to talk to Dave Linden today. 17 seconds left. Crystal Carso. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I've known you for years, but I don't even know how to pronounce your last name. Thank you for watching today, and that's about it. Segment 2, meat and potatoes.
Woo!
Right after this.
All right. Be there.